There comes a moment silent and thunderous all at once when life shakes you by the shoulders and declares, you were not made to merely survive. You were made to fulfill your divine purpose. This moment, this jolt, this sacred alarm, it may come disguised as failure, heartbreak, loss, or confusion. But do not be deceived. It is not the end. It is the beginning. The shaking is not to break you, it is to wake you. You may ask, why now? Why me? And I tell you, because your soul made a vow before time began, a vow to rise, a vow to serve, a vow to remember who you truly are, not a victim of circumstance, but a vessel of divine intelligence, a co-creator with the infinite. Too long have you wandered in the land of doubt. Too long have you measured your worth by the yardstick of man. But now, the trumpet sounds, the fog lifts, the call is clear, your true purpose is calling in. It will not be silenced. Hear this truth and let it settle in your bones. Your purpose is not out there, it is within you. It is encoded in your spirit, etched into your very being by the hand of the Almighty. You do not need to chase it, for it is already yours. What you need is faith, not a timid, flickering flame, but a roaring fire that burns through fear, through hesitation, through every what if the world throws your way. Speak it, declare it, decree it. Your words have power. Say not, I hope, but I know. Say not, if only, but it is mine by divine right. The moment you speak with authority, the universe aligns. The crooked paths straighten, the closed doors open, and purpose, like the morning sun, floods your life with light. But make no mistake, purpose does not wait forever. It knocks, it calls, but it will not force its way in. You must rise, you must answer. You must prepare in the silence, be bold in the moment, and move when the Spirit says, go. This, my friend, is your wake-up call, not to a job, not to a role, but to your divine destiny. Awaken now, walk forward. The world is waiting for the real you. True purpose is not born from effort alone, nor is it a prize earned by climbing the ladders of worldly ambition. It is not found in the titles you acquire, the applause you receive, or the roles others assign to you. No, true purpose is a sacred kalinga, divine whisper that rises from the depths of your soul and echoes through the chambers of the universe. It is not figured out, it is revealed. The world teaches you to chase, to hustle, to plan, to analyze every angle, but the soul does not speak in spreadsheets or to-do lists. The soul speaks in signs, in stillness, in divine intuition. You are not created to blend in, to fit the mold, to live out someone else's idea of a good life. You were created to express something utterly unique, something eternal, and that something will not be found through force. It will be found through alignment. There are those who spend years, decades even, laboring under the illusion that purpose is something they must create from scratch. They chase trends, they mimic others, they collect achievements like trophies, only to feel empty when the noise fades. Why? Because all that was built on outer effort, not inner truth. The divine blueprint of your life cannot be copied, it cannot be borrowed, it is already written within you, and the pen was held by Spirit itself. When you begin to trust that you are divinely guided, when you release the desperate need to figure it out, you make space for revelation, and revelation always comes to the surrendered heart, not the lazy heart, no, but the heart that has released control, the heart that listens for divine instruction, the heart that trusts even in the dark. That is where true purpose is born, not from striving, but from spiritual listening. Purpose is not always loud. It may arrive as a quiet nudge, a persistent idea, a feeling that will not let go, and though the world may call it foolish or impractical, your spirit recognizes it as truth. That recognition is your confirmation. That feeling of divine resonance is the signal that you have touched something real. Do not ignore it. Do not doubt it, follow it. And yes, purpose will demand faith. Faith to walk where others hesitate. Faith to obey without full clarity. Faith to believe that if the vision was given to you, then the provision has already been made for you. You were not created at random. You were formed with intention. The universe is not looking for your perfection, it is waiting for your yes. Say yes to your true calling, even if your knees shake, because when you move with spirit, heaven moves with you. Purpose is not man-made, it is spirit-given. And once you accept this truth, you stop chasing and you start becoming. Fear is the thief in the night. It does not always scream, it often whispers. It whispers what if, Not yet, you're not ready, and you might fail. And while you hesitate, while you reason, while you shrink yourself to fit the mold of safety, your divine purpose waits unchanged, undiminished, but delayed. Fear is not powerful by nature. It is powerful only when you believe it. It feeds on your agreement, your attention, your surrender, and each time you yield to it, you build a wall between you and the life you were born to live. Fear is the great delayer. It disguises itself as logic, caution, and common sense. It says, be realistic. But what is realistic to spirit? Spirit does not recognize limitation. Spirit only recognizes truth, and truth is bold, expansive, alive. When you listen to fear, you live below your design. You trade purpose for comfort. You silence the inner call for the illusion of control. But no one has ever fulfilled a divine destiny while kneeling to fear. Now hear this. Fear may come knocking, but faith answers the door. Faith is the law of spiritual action. It is not passive. It is not a gentle hope. It is a force. Faith sees the invisible, speaks the impossible, and moves before the path is visible. When you walk in faith, you do not wait for certainty, you create it. The universe rushes to meet the bold. The divine cannot fully move in your life until you decide to believe beyond what you can see. You cannot walk two paths at once. You must choose. Either you serve fear, or you serve your calling. Fear will have you rehearsing worst-case scenarios while your purpose passes you by. But faith will have you standing on the edge of the unknown, smiling, knowing that what you need is already prepared. Faith is the evidence of things not seen, but when you act on it, the unseen becomes seen. Miracles are born in faith. Opportunities open through faith. Your next level, your breakthrough, your divine assignment, they all sit on the other side of faith-filled obedience. Not partial belief, not hesitant hope, but full surrender to divine order. You must learn to speak to fear not. Negotiate with it. Tell it, you no longer have authority in my life. My steps are ordered. My path is prepared. What is mine by divine right cannot be withheld. When you speak from that authority, fear begins to lose its grip. Not because fear has changed, but because you are not waiting on more time. You are not waiting on more signs. You are waiting on your own decision to believe. And when you do, when you truly choose faith over fear, you will discover doors that were always there, waiting for you to walk through. Faith is the doorway. Step through it and watch your purpose unfold before your eyes. Your words are not mere sounds, they are creative forces. Every time you speak, you send a decree into the invisible. You may think you are only describing life, but in truth, you are designing it. For the word is the wand, and you are the magician. What you speak, you summon. What you declare, you begin to experience. There is no such thing as an idle word, for even your smallest utterance carries vibration, and vibration moves substance. You may say, I was only joking, or it doesn't matter what I say, but spirit does not recognize sarcasm. Spirit responds to energy. Spirit responds to intention. When you speak of lack, fear, and failure, you water the seeds of your own limitation. But when you speak of abundance, joy, and purpose, even in the face of contradiction, you call forth miracles. The unseen hears your command and begins to move things into place. Many delay their blessings because their mouths are working against their prayers. They ask for opportunity and then declare how unqualified they are. They desire love, then speak endlessly of betrayal. They wish for healing, but constantly rehearse the symptoms. You cannot speak defeat and expect victory. You cannot plant weeds and expect roses. Life listens to your voice, and it responds accordingly. You must begin to speak with sacred intention. Speak as one who knows the truth, not one who guesses. Say not, I hope it happens, but it is already mine by divine right. Say not, I don't know how, but the way is made clear before me. Say not, I can't afford it, but God is my unfailing supply. Speak life, speak power, speak alignment, and your words will build the path beneath your feet. Do not wait for evidence before you affirm the truth. Speak it first, and the evidence will follow. This is the law. Faith speaks before it sees. It decrees before it manifests. Your word is your wand, and when it is guided by spiritual authority, it becomes a tool of transformation. Mountains move, walls fall, doors open not by struggle, but by spoken truth. If your world is in chaos, check your conversation. If your blessings are delayed, check your declarations. You cannot afford to speak carelessly and expect a divinely ordered life. You must train your tongue to serve your spirit. Speak as one with dominion. Speak as one who knows the power that backs every word born of truth. Even in the silence, Spirit listens. Even in your doubt, your words have power. So let the words of your mouth align with the destiny of your soul. Let them be pure, bold, and unwavering. For when your speech agrees with the divine, no force on earth can stand against what you are becoming. Speak life and watch your world respond with miracles. Divine timing is not rushed. It is not random. It is not subject to human impatience or earthly logic. It is orchestrated by a higher intelligence that sees what you cannot, that prepares what you could not, and that arranges circumstances with such precision that no earthly planner could ever duplicate it. And though it may seem delayed to the human mind, it is always, always right on time. Spirit is never late, but you must be ready when the moment comes. The tragedy is not that people miss opportunities. The tragedy is that they are unprepared when their moment arrives. They prayed for the door, but never trained for the room. They asked for the harvest, but neglected the planting. They desired greatness, but avoided growth. And so, when divine timing finally arrived, they hesitated. They stood frozen at the threshold of answered prayer. Understand this. Preparation is not punishment, it is positioning. When the timing is not yet, it does not mean you are forgotten. It means you are being formed. The delay is not denial, is development. You are being refined, stretched, emptied of fear, and filled with vision. You are learning how to hold what you once only hoped for. For what good is a blessing if you are too small to carry it? The universe does not send you what you are not equipped to steward. Spirit waits until you are aligned, until you are grounded, until your faith can match the magnitude of your assignment. And so, while you are waiting, you are not wasting time. You are building capacity. You are preparing your vessel. You are tuning your hearing so that when the call comes, you do not miss it. Too many want to walk into divine purpose on their own terms, on their schedule, with their preferences, in their comfort zone. But divine timing requires obedience. It requires trust. It often arrives when you least expect it, in a form you didn't imagine, asking you to stretch in ways you thought impossible. That is why readiness matters, because when the window opens, hesitation can close it. Be faithful in the quiet. Be disciplined in the ordinary. Show up when no one's watching. Speak the truth when no one applauds. Strengthen your spirit when there is no spotlight. Because when the time comes, and it will come, you must not falter. You must step forward with holy confidence, knowing that all your waiting, all your preparation, all your hidden labor was not in vain. You will know the moment. It will ring true in your spirit. The doors will swing wide. The provision will appear. The path will be made clear. But none of that matters if you are not ready to say yes. Divine timing honors preparation. So rise, now. Be diligent. Stay expectant. For what is yours will come not a minute too soon, not a moment too late, but precisely when you are ready to hold it with both hands and say, "This is what I was made for."